Hello and welcome to another video. This will be another Launch TV reaction. This one is called This Is Cool. This one's going to be a bit long, half hour pretty much. I apologize if I didn't say much in the Larry's Lounge reaction yesterday. Demon Doll comes back, or whatever the title was. I was in the best mood because of something that happened on Final Fantasy XIV because of a random. But I got over it within a couple hours, and then yeah, Maps Monday with the FC definitely cheered me up the rest of the way and all that too. So, but yeah, I'll try to be more talkative in this one. I'm not really doing much of Final Fantasy anyways. I'm just hanging out in Limsa, and I also put some stuff up for sale. You can sell items for Gil in this game. So anyways, let's see what happens in this video. This is not a challenge video. This looks more like a construction update video of some sort. So let's see what happens here.
Welcome to Lounge TV. I'm Larry, and that there's Tom.
Yep.
Today I want to show you how, if you watched the video already of us playing cornhole, you saw the lights that were around the boards and everything. Well, one of them, and then it broke when we were doing the other one. We were...
Did I actually... No. Oh, wait, I didn't upload the... there's going to be a Launch TV upload soon. I did do a Launch TV reaction yesterday, the Atari one, but I don't think I uploaded it, so I gotta do that soon. Speaking of which, because the video he just brought up is right before that one, so yeah. I uploaded the cornhole reaction. I just didn't upload the Atari one.
Filming that, remember, Tom? And then it broke.
Yeah.
And so I decided, okay, that wasn't the best way to do it. So let's try a different way. So what I decided to do is I got this hose, that clear hose that I'm going to put over top of the lights, so this way it'll protect the lights. Because I noticed a lot of people hit the front of the board, and even though I used hot glue gun on that, it took that right off of took the wire right off. It didn't break it, but it took the hot glue off, so the wires are loose. So
Eventually it'd break.
yeah, I want to encase this, but I only need half of this. I don't need the whole thing. That's too thick to put around the whole side. So I devised this little thing right here. And as you can see, what I did is I found something that was exact same size of this tubing, which happened to be an electrical, right here. Let me show you. One of these. It's a cable connector for your electrical outlets, for your boxes that you put in. And I just took off the back of it, which is that part right there. Took off them screws, and then I just put 2 screws in there. So then I took a utility knife blade. I kind of banged it in the wood so that the point's in the wood. And then this is just for a pipe down in your basement to attach the pipe to the rafters. So I put that there, and it fit right into that little slot of that thing. Put some screws there, and it holds it there. So now, this way I can get it even coming through there and get the cut right in half. So now all I got to do is just pull it through. And I get a nice even cut for this.
Huh.
Right, so I got 25 feet, which is more than enough. And I'm going to use this to put inside, the wire inside this, and put this on the outside. So even if the bags hit it, it's not going to come down. And what I'm going to do with that, and I'll show you how I'm going to attach that in a minute. But right now I just wanted to show you this. My first step is going to be to pull all that through and cut that in half, which, as you can see, is pretty easy. Just if you have a vise, you're just playing tug of war with it. You're going to have to, like, every so often, because it's wound up pretty tight like that, and just go like that, and then I'll just keep doing that until I'm done, and then I will show you the next step. We're back, and we are ready to start the board now. So you take your hose. This is what you're going to need. You're going to need this. You guys can do whatever you want with yours. This is how I'm doing mine. I'm sure there's ways, maybe. Good.
Have more fun.
Hey, you. Spend a lot of time looking at screens? Try BioTrue Hydration Boost Eye Drops for dry, irritated eyes.
I'm sure there's ways maybe to do it better. I don't know. I think this is going to be pretty good. I just don't want to say this is the way to do it. This is the way I'm doing it. Right, Tom?
Yep.
It's very curly, as you can see. But I didn't want to have to, like on a smaller hose, I didn't want to have to just like put a slit in there and then try to feed that wire inside there. That's why I went like this, so I could just put this around the outside like that. Now, the one thing you got to remember is, you know, what do you have on here, right? You have probably about a ½ inch almost of, and I told you, you can see the line right here of that board. That's the top board, so you can't really drill into that. This is where I had a hole where I had the wires before. So I'm going to still utilize that hole. So the things you're going to need for this is zip ties, about 8-inch zip ties. Okay, a drill, naturally. You'll see the different tools. I also, because I already did my other one to make sure how I was going to do it and everything before I did a video. And what I did is I put 2 marks on my ruler here where exactly I'm going to drill from the edge for 2 holes, because that's how I'm using the zip ties to do that. But
Now the metric side.
yeah, only because I have so many marks on this side already.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel like erasing them, so I just went to this side. I'm not doing it in metric. I just marked where the holes are going. You understand what I'm saying? It's like a template. So first thing I want to do is get my lights, and these lights, these are the, let me go through all the things that I'm using. So I got these lights. They're from Amazon. Pretty cheap. They're called fairy lights. They turn all different colors. Comes with a little remote control, which I noticed that one remote, because I got 2 of these in the box, and I had two old ones. The remotes work all of them. So I got plenty of extra remotes now. So one of the first things I would do with these lights is put batteries in there to make sure they work before you go through all this.
That'd be smart.
Yeah. So let me put these in there. AA batteries. Sorry about the wind, guys. I can't control that. Wish I could, but you can see they're on already. I'll put them over here in this. Yep. And they turn all different colors. Like I could put them on green, which is what I'm going to use because Eagles colors. But they have blue, red, yellow. The yellow kind of looks just like the red, or no, green, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, so they work fine.
Yeah, your team is probably going to be the only threat to my 49ers. So I've been watching some of the games lately, not every game, mind you. I wish I could, but it's better than not watching them at all. That was the case for a few years, so.
I gotta go get my remote to turn them off now. And then we will, so here's the tools you're gonna need. Or the things that you're gonna need. So I bought these little clamps because I'm using, it's almost like surgical hose, but it's not as, so that these will fit right over there, so I can put these on. This will be going around the hole on the underneath side.
Okay.
Because we found a problem when we played, and that was the wires were just down there, and when the bags were coming up, they were catching the wires. I think I said that already at the beginning, didn't I?
I think so.
Yeah, so I'm going to be using this, but I'm going to be winding up cutting a slit in this and taking like about 1/8 of an inch out of this whole thing, just so that I can put the wires in more easily.
Right, the thing you said you didn't want to do with the other ones.
Yeah, but this one I can do.
Right.
So, but that's going to be last. My first step is going to be turn them lights off, and then to feed all the wire through here and attach. As you can see, this is where I had the battery pack before, right here. So I'll do the same thing. I'll put the battery pack there. Then I'm going to feed all this wire through this hole out there, and then start there and work my way around. So first step is turn these off and attach this.
You already look grumpy.
Huh?
I said you already look
Yeah,
grumpy.
because this is a little bit of a pain. Because you have to get this, and it likes to get tangled up with each. It's like a sleeky going wrong. Ah! It's like Christmas lights.
Oh yeah, you hate Christmas lights.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you want to get it all the way to the point. where you can start, there we go. All right, so now I can start feeding it through the hole. And one of the things you gotta just be careful of, guys, is two things. One, you don't want a kink in it. I mean, if you get one, you can take it back out, but the other thing is don't step on them. And the problem with the way that we did the other ones is that when we put the staples in, it cut the wire. Because it banged it, you know, it went right into this wire and cut it. And you would think that you'd be able to just splice them together, and it worked. Nah, it wouldn't. We tried, right, Tom?
We tried a lot.
We tried and tried and tried again, and we failed. Not sure why. I don't understand that. Usually you can just splice wires together and stuff, but...
Tried different wires. Tried to keep going through them all.
Yeah.
Nothing worked.
Nothing worked. So anyway, this is probably one of the most frustrating parts of it right here. Is getting this through, especially because it's been rolled up, so it's very kinky. Okay, now, when you get to this part right here where the first light is, okay, now, when you get to this part right here where the first light is, that light's going to come out like that, right there. So now, I can take this, and I'm going to have to get my screwdriver, because it's very hard to get. You can attach this any way you want to, guys. You just want to make sure that you're putting it, however you're doing it. Let me see, maybe I can use my fingers. No, maybe not. You want to make sure that whichever way you're doing it, that's not pliers.
Gives you access to the batteries?
Well, you can take it off to change the batteries. So there we go. That's going to be like that. And if you got sticky Velcro, you can put a self-adhesive Velcro. Put a piece on there. Put a piece on there. Put it like that. That's what I did on the other one, and that's what I'm going to do on here. And I'm just going to take these wires here and just kind of put them underneath this little thing right here. But because I already banged it in, I have to pull it out to put it underneath it. You know what I'm saying, Tom?
Yeah.
Like that. And then I'm going to use a twist tie and kind of hold the wires all there. There's your first step. Now let's go to the second step. So the first step here now for this step, actually this isn't the first step, but this step, I'm going to put a little mark right where I have to drill. You can barely see them, but that's good. Yeah, did I mention it's windy out? And stuff just blew right in my eyeballs.
Same.
Okay, so where I have those marks there, I have a drill bit in here that is, let me see what size I put in here. Oh no, this is the wrong one. Do not use this drill bit, because that was for something else. Do I have a drill bit up there? Yeah. This is the drill bit I want, and this is a 5/32. It's a 5/32 inch drill bit, and that's because really what I'm going by is my zip ties. I want it just wide enough for my zip ties, because my zip ties are going to go through that. This hole is too big. That's for the wire. Okay, so just make sure when you're drilling that you don't have anything underneath that can get hit, like that box that I just, see how the wires are on the box right here? As you can see where these two dots I have are like right here. So for now, I'm just going to turn that so that it won't, and then I can drill this hole right where that little, make sure you're not going in anything. There we go. And then I'm going to go right at where that other mark is. Make sure that that's not going to hit anything. There we go. Okay, so now my step is that hopefully that doesn't fall over. But to get my tubing that I got, which this tubing was 5/8 of an inch on the outside of it. That was the diameter of this. So this is going to go like this, guys, right? And I'm going to start this like this. Now I'm just overlapping this hole just a little bit. I'm going to take my zip tie, come in through the bottom hole here, as you can see on the top, and then I'm going to go down right like this. Okay, and then I got to start it, which that's probably the trickiest part. Sometimes you got to use 2 hands. There we go. And then just as soon as you hear it click, you know it's going, right? So now I'm just going to pull this until it gets tight. As tight as you can get it. Right? Now, what I did on the other one, I have my China marker. And this is called a China marker, guys. It's not a grease pen. It's called a China marker. See? It says it right here, China marker. Watch where you step, Tom, because I don't want you stepping on any lights. But you see how it says it there? I mean, it's probably the same thing as a grease pencil, but it's called a China marker. It's for marking China. Okay, so as you can see on this end right here, I have this in the way, right? So I can't go through here. I mean, I probably could if I took this leg off, but I don't want to take this leg off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to eye it up inside here and just put a little mark there. And the reason why I can use this white marker is because, like I told you, this comes off. Now I'm going to mark this with this. Oh, put it on the other side. Put it on the right side, right? And then put these marks right here and there. And that's where I'm going to drill next. However, before I even do that, because between there and there is 8 inches, so I'm going to put there is 8 inches, so I'm going to put a mark at 4 inches here. So I'm going to put these close together because, I mean, when you're throwing bags and you hit the side sometimes, or the back or the front. So I want to make sure that this is it's not going to damage anything. Especially when Tom's throwing, you know, it's going to hit everywhere but on the board probably. Huh? What?
That's not that bad.
Did I say that? No, Tom's not that bad. He's streaky. Sometimes he can throw really good. Sometimes he doesn't. Right?
Yeah.
Can't argue with that, can you? Okay.
Not particularly.
So now I'm going to drill all these holes.
At least let me get out of the way.
What's that?
I said you could have at least let me get out of the way first.
Well, you saw what I was doing. I'm going to just show... I'm just going to show you...
Still get that towards me.
Sorry. You're like a magnet. I'm just going to show this right here, and then I'm going to just say you proceed all the way around the other side. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, so now, same thing. Feed it through the bottom hole. If you can find it. Somewhere's over here. I can't find it there. Is that it? Yeah, there it is. Okay, make sure that you go over both the tubing and the wire now. And then come down the other one. Like that. This one's a little bit trickier because the battery pack's right here. So it's kind of in the way, but I'll still get it, I think. And there goes the wind. Let's see. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm gonna just start this. I'm not gonna pull real tight yet, because what you want to keep doing is making sure that this isn't all twisted up, right? And make sure the wire's in between there. But you're gonna pull this tight too at the same time. See how I have it there? Pulled it nice and tight, and then now I can tighten this up. There. And there's that, and then now I'll do the same thing on this one, and then I'll continuously go around this whole thing until I get back to here. And when I get back to here, we'll turn the camera back on and I'll show you what I do here. So as you can see, I got it all the way back to where I started. So I drilled my holes that I already am going to put the zip ties here, but I also drill a bigger hole here because I can't fit this wire back into that hole. So I'm going to put this into here and pull them down this way. There, like that. Now for this is way too long, right? And don't forget, you'll be pulling it tight also. So you want to just kind of get it to where, there they are. I was wondering where my scissors were. So I'm going to get it to about where it's going to be when it's pulled tight. And then I'm just going to snip it. And I made this extra big just in case.
Always better to have a little extra room.
Exactly. So now, again, I'll just finish this off with these two zip ties and pull this tight there, and then I can work on the bottom side.
You being groovy now?
Yeah, you just gotta be careful because I'm cutting towards myself. It's never a good thing. I'm just trying to put a groove into this right now to get it thick enough that I can put that string in there. Hopefully it'll be, might have to keep trimming some down because you gotta, I'm doubling it up because the light is a little bit longer than what I need, but I double them up and it'll give me actually extra light coming up through the hole, you know?
Gotcha.
And I'd rather have it doubled up there than, say, around the outside of it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to continue to do this. I put one slit in there, and then I'm just running my scissors like this. Just like I said, just be really careful, guys, if you're doing it like this, because it's never a good thing to cut towards yourself.
Nope.
So just be careful. These are really sharp scissors. The nice thing about them is that the point is in the bottom, and that was inside. So if this hits you, it wouldn't cut you. Got my scraps. If I can. Alright, so take this. I will bring my scissors down here. I'm going to need these, and I'm going to need these, and I will need this. If you're wondering what I have this thing out here for, this is a staple remover for upholstery, and the staples that I had in the thing before that, where that didn't work, this, you just use this and you can pry them up very easy with this, as opposed to having to use a screwdriver.
I got home internet from T-Mobile. It only costs $50 at T-Mobile. They won't raise your rates at T-Mobile. You'll get a great deal.
This, and you can pry them up very easy with this, as opposed to having to use a screwdriver. I brought it home with me when we closed up the shop.
That makes sense.
So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to double this up. First I'm going to check what I need here. It's going to start here. It's going to come around like this and there, and then it's going to come back up there, and I'll trim that down when I get to it. But right now, so right about that much is what I need doubled. Right up to there. So I will go like this, like that, bring it down like this, to there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to double it like this. And then I can just start it and just start placing this inside this tubing like this.
Seems like it fits.
What's that?
I said, seems like it fits.
Yeah, it does. It's just a little bit of a pain because it wants to come back out. It's a little tedious. I had to do this on the other one. And like I said, it's kind of kinky, so that makes it a little bit harder too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this right here. And I have these nice little clips here that fit perfectly in this thing. Push this just even. Like that. Put that like that. And I'm going to start this just like that. Put that screw there, and these screws are just big enough that they won't go through the other side. Of course, you know, it has to be the first time I try, it has to be a slip. There we go. Just like that. Now I'm going to make sure I get that wire inside that groove on here, and before I get to the next one.
And then just sort of rinse and repeat, right?
Rinse and repeat until you get all the way around to the beginning. Which is, like I said, it's tedious. I'm going to have to get on that side. And then I'll show you after I get it done. And I'll show you all lit up. So I have that done. Now I have some sticky Velcro. If you hear the noise in the background, we started the smoker up because we're smoking some chicken today. So anyway, this is sticky Velcro. What?
I said, which one?
That's not even funny. You better watch your step. So anyway, you want to peel one side off like this. I'm going to put it on the back of my battery compartment like that, and then you peel this side off so I can get my fingers down in there, right? And then you can just put it where you're going to put it like that. Now it's stuck, and as you can see, that's a good Velcro right there. See how it's stuck right to where you're going to want it.
Nice.
And there, that'll stay like that. Now, the next step is, first of all, I have one of these here. I'll put that there. Next step you want to do is get some, I'm going to use my tin snips for this to just start trimming these up. Just trim all these off, just to make it look a little neater on the underneath side. The nice thing about this is that if one of these breaks, it's very easy to put one back on.
True.
I was telling Tom a little bit earlier, I said, two of the best things in my lifetime have been inventions. Duct tape, which was probably invented before my lifetime. I don't know when that came out. Probably before I was born.
Good question.
But zip ties. Zip ties can be used for so many things, guys. You should always have various size zip ties around in your house. Have you ever needed to use them, Tom?
Yeah.
Probably on how about on your computer, when you built your computer? Did you have to use any in there?
I know I did on my old PC build. I think I did. I don't know if I have any on this one, but I have like Velcro strips around them. So Velcro strips, you can at least like take them off if you need to like do anything with your build.
Like I said, I love this because when somebody reaches their hand in to grab the bags that went in, they're not gonna, you know, they're not gonna pull that off. You know, they're not wires sticking there. They're all pretty. Okay, so now I can just turn this over. And I'll put this down like this so you guys can see it. But we're not gonna light this one up. We're gonna light one up inside. where it's dark so you can see it. So that's what it'll be. Bags can hit that, they'll just slide down. It's not going to damage anything. So you can play at nighttime. I think it's a great idea. What do you think, Tom?
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised you didn't do it sooner.
It's a little bit of work, but let's go in the house and show them what it looks like all lit up. We'll turn it back on then. So for now, you probably want to turn that light off there, Tom. Okay, so it's gonna get dark in here, and but you should be able to see it. So the remote, the one thing is that it won't work from out here. You got to actually put it like that, and then yeah, you get in front of it, Tom, and then I'll just.
I would describe the ABC pants as a superhero garment. Any superhero does a lot of things in one outfit, and that's how I feel when I have the ABC pants on. I can do anything.
LED
And you see how it
lights,
glows
really?
right in there? That's nice, isn't it?
Very noticeable, even in very dark conditions.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that, guys, it's not a hard project. It gives you a little bit more, especially in the winter months, or in the fall or spring. I should say that because, I do want to tell them. I want to show them the other stuff that goes on too. So you can get it. You can get this going. Like this is steady on. Let's see. Let's turn the color to. We'll do red. There's red, and you can change it to. I don't know if that's all the way. Is that all the way lit? Yeah. You can change it to, like, say, that. You can do a flash.
Flash?
You can change it to a lot of different things. But when we play, we're just going to leave it on green and steady on. Like I said, fall and spring, who's playing in the winter, right?
Some people probably.
Unless you get a warm day in the winter. There you go. One thing you got to remember, don't leave your batteries in all winter when you're not playing it, because they'll corrode, and then you got to do all that all over again, which would not be fun. At least all the holes are there. You can just cut your zip ties and put it in, right?
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you an idea. If you wanted to do something like this, it's not that hard. This is the best way that I think that you can do it, where you're not going to damage the wires at all when you're throwing them. It takes a little bit of time, but in the end, I think it's worth it. You ready to play, Tom?
It's cold out.
Hey, take your beating like a man. Let's go.
But it's cold out.
It is not that cold.
It's pretty chilly.
All right, then clean up all that mess outside.
What?
Huh?
This wasn't my project. Don't be ridiculous.
Oh my god. Oh my lord. Anyways, that's the end of this video. Stay tuned for the next one.